Welcome back to another exciting episode of Big Business with Sarah, a little bit different than you're used to right now. And I'm transitioning to a different podcast format. And in the meantime, I am testing how well this is going. So I'm your host, Sarah. And today we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Transitioning from a freelance lifestyle to one of freedom and success. And it's really all about why you should considering offering packages instead of working with that old, outdated hourly rate. I recently saw a post on LinkedIn saying that it is so bad for offering packages and because it makes you feel like when you're a freelancer, when you're still having the hourly rate, it feels like you're without a plan. And actually, yes, you are a business owner as a freelancer, if you want it or not. I spoke to an artist once and she said, I don't like that you use the word entrepreneur. Well, you are, if you want it or not. So you are a business owner, and if you want to have a safe business and not a wobbly one that you can count on, then this episode is not for you. I'm not saying that it's bad to start with an hourly rate, but if you're any good at what you do, which I highly encourage, of course, you will want to start thinking about packages because you will notice that it pays off to do your work at a slow pace once you have those hourly rates. So if you are a business owner and you hire freelancers, be also very aware of this. So look at, if a freelancer is offering hourly rates or packages, it could be that people are charging more hours than they're actually working, which is fine. People can, just have to do whatever they want. But also for if you are an employer or, a client of freelancers, packages can be really a safe way to know what you can expect. But I will get into that later. So today we're going to explore 3 reasons why you should embrace packages in your freelance business and also discuss 3 practical ways to implement the strategy for your business today. And so this episode actually will serve as a prelude to our upcoming masterclass, which is coming very soon, where I'll dive deeper into the nitty-gritty details of the package creation. But for now, this episode will get things moving for you. So, you know what? Let's just dive in. So, reason number 1 why you should create packages is for clarity and value. When you offer packages to your clients, you provide them with a clear understanding of what they're getting for their investment. Instead of a vague hourly rate, your clients will see precisely what services and deliverables they will receive. And this transparency actually does build trust and adds perceived value to your work and make it also easier to close deals. So I recently had a negotiation with a client. I was doing some done-for-you work for them because I really liked the organization, wanted to help them. And they were kind of in a point where they tried to negotiate. And now we're getting towards the end of the project and they were saying, yeah, this is not, this part of your offer is not necessary. And I said, yes, it is. It will be, or it will be replaced by something else. So we just have we have a solid agreement. So this is going to be price. It's not going to be higher. It's not going to be lower. But they wanted to negotiate. And because I said, no, that's not possible. It was also very last minute. Because I said, no, that's not possible. There was no negotiation because I said, no, I really don't want that. Because I know from experience, in this case, it's an event. I've organized 1,000 events. I'm not going to be able to offer you something, which is not part of the package. I'm just not going to do it. It's this or that. So trust, what I want to say about this, trust your professionality, trust your experience, trust your expert status, the way that you are presenting yourself. And so many times I'm seeing freelancers kind of go into that employee mindset or employee way of looking at things, seeing their clients as the people who are telling them what they should do, whilst actually that's not the case. Actually, it's even in the Netherlands, at least, forbidden by law to have your clients tell you what to do. Okay, I'm going to a little bit too deep into this, but you catch my drift. Reason number 2 why you should get packages is for your predictable income. So your income can really fluctuate when you have those hourly rates. And sometimes it happens, like what almost happened with a negotiation with the previous client I spoke about, is that people can say, oh, yeah, you know what, for December, we're not going to need a lot of hours. Or we're going to postpone the project. This happens. I know this happens. Fortunately, it hasn't happened to me. But I know this happens, and this can happen, for any reason. It's not that it didn't happen to me because I'm some sort of magician. No, it just happens. And so with packages, you can really allow to predict and stabilize your cash flow, and you will know how much revenue you will generate, depending on when you want to be paid. Sometimes you can say, okay, I want to be paid 50% ahead and 50% at the end of the project. Or you can say, I want to send out monthly invoices. Doesn't really matter how you do it at the end of the day, because it's just about getting the money. But you know how much revenue you will generate for this year or the next, and it enables you to enable a very better financial planning for yourself and also peace of mind. And that's also so important, right? You can be a better freelancer because of that. And it's practical also for both you and your client. Your client knows, and this also happens sometimes. Sometimes a freelancer would say, oh, no, I worked 10 more hours on that. And then the client just has to pay. No, never, ever do that. So if you're still working on the hourly rates, always tell your clients saying, okay, I still have 2 hours left for this month. I think I'm going to need a little bit more. Is that okay? Yes or no? If it's a yes, go for it. If it's a no, stop working. It's that easy. Reason number 3 is efficiency and scaling. So working with packages really helps you to become more efficient. I've become way more efficient with my time, and you will be able to develop processes, systems, because you're offering, if you're offering packages, you are offering the same things. And it doesn't matter if you're a solo freelancer or have a team. It really creates a foundation for growth, and it creates a mindset also for growth. So that's also what I'm seeing with my clients. They all have packages in some way, and from there on, you can grow. If it's just you and your hourly rates, you're not growing. And it's fine if you don't want that. But if you do want that, if you want to build something, that's also the feeling that I have with my current business right now, is everything I'm doing, every hour that I'm spending in and on my business is being doubled or being tripled. It's all so much, it's very much worth it, because I'm really building something for myself and also my clients, of course. So I've been very much efficient with my time because of this. I'm running 30 minutes meetings no longer. I've created processes for everything, also for creating this podcast, for instance. So yeah, it will also help you become more efficient in your business. And now that you're hopefully with the 3 reasons convinced that packages are the way to go, we can now, in this part, the second part of the podcast, explore how to implement these effectively in your business right now. So we're going to look at your offerings. So first, you're going to start by defining your packages and what each one includes. So what are things that people ask you all the time to do for them? What is easy for you? Where do you see an opportunity? What new methods can you introduce? So for instance, when I was doing done-for-you services, what would happen is I would make a planning for a project. Didn't really matter. It could be an event, could be a project, whatever. And then I would notice, it was so funny. I was working for a client with 2 different people on 2 different segments, actually. And a week before that, I created a planning for the project for segment 1. And then I got an email with a planning from segment 2. They were providing me the planning, and actually they used my template. And it's actually quite specific, with colors and everything. And I was like, what is this? And they just said, yeah, it went around. And it's so nice. It's such a big compliment. And I'm not someone who's saying, yeah, you have to pay for my templates. If you're paying me thousands of euros, it's fine. You can take it, and use it, right? But, where do you see the opportunity for you? What is easy for you? For me, it's very easy to create a planning in Excel. I love doing that. I know that there is all these different project management tools and everything, but most of the time people don't like to work with them. I prefer to have a planning in a Google Drive Sheets document, which can change all the time. That works the best. So maybe this is also an opportunity to create new methods that you can introduce. Maybe a different way for people to hold their meetings, or, for instance, ways for them to further develop something that you're helping them with. This is also such a nice thing about creating packages, is that you also can create a little bit more of your legacy. So the second part that I want you to think about is to price this strategically, right? So consider, of course, the value. There it is, the value you bring to your clients. How much do people want to pay for your done-for-you service, or your package, or maybe your online offerings? Also look at the competition, but don't focus too much on that, but just look a little bit around you. I mean, you can do that, right? Spend half an hour Googling, saying, what you're offering, and then saying, oh, this is about, the right price. And also think about what your target market's willingness to pay. This all depends on your brand. If you're a freelancer, your personal brand. Do people actually believe that they get quality from you? And so this all matters to your price. And you're not selling your time anymore. You're actually selling your value, your knowledge. If you have about 15 years of experience and you're working with 20-year-olds, perfect. Except when you're talking about TikTok strategies, then probably they should teach you. You're not selling the time, you are selling the results. And how much is it worth it? So how much, and also can you show that to your clients? If you invest in this, you will be able to do this. And of course, you can't really promise anything, because your clients probably has to work with that, but still, yeah. So look at all of your offers. And for instance, when you're doing your pricing strategy. So for instance, for me, I have many different packages. I think maybe at this point, at least 15, but maybe if I'm also counting the small offerings, I think it's 50. And so every time that I'm working on my pricing, I have to look at, okay, if I'm pricing this, I can just say, oh, I'm doing this in flow and intuition and everything, all those things. But actually, if something else, is way cheaper or way more expensive, I should really think about that. So this is something for the people who already have a package or many packages. So, always take a moment to look at fair pricing for yourself, one, of course, and also your clients. It has to make sense. So, for instance, I'm working on a Black Friday deal right now, and I really, really had to look at the pricing. I was thinking, can I do that? Yes, I can. But I had to look at all the other things that I did last year, the year before that, and also all the offerings I've ever done. A little tip on pricing, which I'm sharing with my clients all the time: start low. It's looking very bad if you're selling something for 10,000 euros and all of a sudden it's 1,000. So the third way to implement this is to focus on your marketing and sales, and promote them on your website, social media, and everything. So highlight with the promotion, highlight the benefits, the value, and also the outcomes clients can expect. And, specifically through organic marketing, there are so many different ways that you can use to share the value. So I think, and I'm doing that right now on Instagram, you should share very valuable post in which you're sharing, or you're showing actually, that you are the expert. And really also, just be very open about what you are offering. Don't hold back. Don't post generic stuff, and really share, why this works best for them. So if you're very fired up, after listening to this about transitioning from hourly rates to packages, you don't want to miss my next masterclass. It's called Package Power: From Freelance to Freedom. And in this deep dive, I'll walk you through every step of the way of creating your packages, from defining your offers to setting strategic prices, and also developing a winning marketing strategy from an organic point of view. And you will really come out of the masterclass ready to take action and revamp your business. So if you want to join, you can check out the show notes. I will put the link in there for you to join. And for now, I want to thank you for tuning into Big Business with Sarah. You don't have to be stuck with hourly rates forever. Embrace those packages and you will find your path from freelance to freedom. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, please rate it, give it a 5-star review, give it a 10-star review if it's possible. And also share this with your fellow freelancers. If there's someone who is struggling with hourly rates and everything, send it to him. Just say, hey, you know what? This is a nice 17 minutes episode. Sorry, I was looking at the time. I was acting like a balloon. But anyway, so until next time, keep dreaming big and building even bigger businesses. Have a great day.